Okay, I think we have Kamil now. A verdict is expected today in the retrial of Toronto mother Cindy Ali. She was convicted of first-degree murder in the death of her disabled daughter in 2016 and was granted a retrial in 2021. For more on this, let's bring in CTV's Kamil Karamali. Kamil, tell us about Cindy Ali's conviction. What has unfolded since the original trial?
Yeah, since we're expecting a verdict today on this retrial, let's quickly revisit everything we know so far. But it does go back to 2016's initial trial's verdict, where she was convicted for first-degree murder and sentenced to life in prison with no chance of parole for the death of her 16-year-old daughter who had disabilities, cerebral palsy. And it fast-tracked to 2021. Cindy Ali then appealed that conviction and was granted a new trial that began just this past year in October. Now, on Ali's side of things, she's consistently argued that her teenage daughter, who lives with cerebral palsy, died during a break and enter back in 2011. She says two men broke into her home and took her from room to room looking for a, quote, package. She claims then she returned to the living room to find her daughter lifeless and one of the men holding a pillow above her. Those two men were never found, and that's why the Crown argues that there really never was a break and enter, Renee. They're claiming that she smothered her own daughter in a, quote, act of mercy to relieve her, Renee, from her suffering, as the Crown and the prosecutors put it. Now Justice Jane Kelly is expected to give a verdict today in this retrial.
Right, so Cindy Ali hasn't changed her story about her daughter being the victim of a home invasion gone wrong. The retrial certainly captured a lot of attention. What kind of support is Cindy Ali getting?
Yeah, a lot of attention. There's even been a documentary on this, so really resonating with a lot of people across the country, as many people are keeping a close watch on this. And in that same vein, supporters that back and Cindy Ali's story and her version of events have been appearing to the courthouse, as well as, showing up and speaking in support of her, including her church's pastor, who said Ali was like a mother at the church. They've also consistently called the prosecution's theory of this being a mercy killing as absurd and impossible. Sinara, the teenager who is the unfortunate victim in all of this, her older sister, Amanda, also testified, saying her sister had a happy life with her mother. But the Crown consistently arguing that there was no break and enter, using pieces of evidence they claim to support that theory, including that there were no footprints in the snow that day that would highlight two men ever came or went from that home. So we will see what happens today. The court proceedings have begun. They were set to begin at 10 a.m. So hopefully, Renee, we should have an answer and a verdict by later this morning or early afternoon. We'll keep you posted right here on CTV News Channel.
All right, CTV's Kamil Karamali reporting for us. Thanks for that.
You're welcome.